I think there's a couple of other sort of things that we normally do at Brisbane, one of which was the Joomla Day sort of update. Obviously, everyone's aware that that's now next year, so I don't think we need to go into that in too much detail. For the Brisbane people certification, the training sessions we were doing for certification, I'll reschedule those for outside of this Zoom meeting, and we'll pick up on those if anybody else wants to join in. So that's the only two things that we sort of had in our pipeline. Does anybody, Tim or Patrick, have any?
I think that's everything covered for this time. In the chat, I've sent up a post to the, I've taken all the ideas that have come in the chat tonight about future topics, and I'll put those into a post on the Joomla Australia forum. And then next month's going to be Amazon Web Services and how to deploy Joomla on an EC2 instance. So it's a bit nerdier than what we started with tonight, but we'll see how we go. But I think there's about at least a dozen topics that have come in tonight that we can look at. Yeah.
One thing we've forgotten, Stuart. I can't hear you. You're muted.
No, go, Jeff. Yeah.
I was going to say one thing we've forgotten. I'll keep going. It's just quick. Is the Joomla Site Awards are still going ahead this year? I'm actually going to have them later in the year. It's just funny that they were tied separately, not to the Joomla Day, but to Joomla Australia, which has worked out very well, seeing we're not having a Joomla Day due to this COVID. So what we're waiting on, we're doing some updates on the forms, the submit. Once that's all operational, the first of the mailings and that'll go out. And obviously everyone here tonight can pass them far and wide and see if we can't get a lot more entries. We've got really good international judges, the same as we had last year. We didn't have a lot for them to look at. This year also, probably one major difference is you're going to have to pick a category. That was a suggestion from a couple of the judges because they found it very hard marking in their own areas when they didn't know what category it was meant for. So I thought that, yeah, that was a great idea. So the forms will be fixed up, like I said, all those questions will be in there. So just keep an eye out for it and hopefully it'll be up and running before we have the next virtual meeting.
Jeff, do you still have the requirements about PHP version and all of those minimum barriers? Do you have those blockers in place still? We
will, yes. The PHP one's very important because we like to, the minimum will be 7.3 now, I believe, which is the minimum supported PHP. Correct me if I'm wrong, it might be 7.2, but I'm just getting reminders on 7.3 now. So sorry, okay. I'm moving to 7.3. 7.2, I'm getting reminders saying it's either going out or it's gone out. So that'll be the requirements. Apart from that, there's not a great requirement, apart from it has to be Joomla. We did have one submission last year that wasn't even Joomla. Don't know what award he was going for, but anyway, he didn't specify. But yeah, we'll fix a lot of forms, a lot of things with the forms. We had some holes that we inadvertently left last year, so we'll be fixing those as we come along. So this year, when we're collecting the data, we should have all the data we require. We shouldn't have to chase it back up. I'd like to see a lot more submissions. It's nice having little rewards there on your site, be able to put on your own site, be able to put on the client site. I've had a client that we won an award for. They're very happy with their award sitting on their page. So it's another sell point as well. That's it. That's all I've got to say at the moment. And hopefully, like I said, by the next virtual meeting, it'll be running and we'll just pass on updates and so on.
Yeah, so that will probably be a focus of the next newsletter that comes out from the Joomla Australia site, but it'll also appear on various other things, probably be a footnote in the next meetup as well, and all those sort of things. So, yeah.
I certainly have enjoyed as much as I'd rather the virus wasn't here and we were having our own jugs and what have you, and I was going to the footy and cheering the Sydney Swans to victory and so forth. I've enjoyed the chance to catch up with everybody across Australia that this provides. It's just worked out well.
I agree.
I agree, and even when we get to be together in person, we can still do these and be in our own zones together. for example. So, you know, if the Brisbane people want to come and meet here at the office, or some of them do, that's great. If not, they can still participate. So I think it's got some hybrid abilities down the track still.
Yeah, sure.
I've got a question from Neil Robertson in Tassie. He was asking about certification, whether the certification training can be done online as we're doing now. And is there any thought of isolation certification testing?
Well, I'll answer part one. Part one, yes, you can do certification training. I mean, we were basically doing a session at the end of our Brisbane Jug to sort of get people up to speed, with the aim being for exams at conference. But we can still do that sort of training, and if anybody wants to participate, then just send me a direct message. But the exam, I'm not sure about the exam, to be honest.
It's an interesting thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm very worried by online exams. I've got to set a few. It's not nice.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be able to do virtual exams because someone's got to be there monitoring that you're actually only doing the exam. I couldn't see that being outside of that. That's why we've got the examiners who have been certified to do just that. But we can definitely do the training virtually, which once Stuart gets up and running again, I'll be back in on.
Yeah.
Fixing up all those bad habits we learn.
Up and running again. He's there right now.
Yeah, he is, but I'm not doing training right now, Mick.
The moment my son's concerned, he's be doing virtual HSC exams. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Although you could help him then.
No, unfortunately, I couldn't.
There's one other thing, and that was pizza bugs and fun. Patrick, did you have any update on what's happening with that?
Partial. So I'm waiting for a guy in the UK to get back to me. What they've started doing is a bugs and fun at home program. So I'll try and get them roused tonight. They've been doing an intro session for new people to join on Friday night. And then on Saturday, for the whole 24 hours, every Saturday going forward, they're running a bugs and fun program. The part that they needed assistance from someone in Australia with was to continue the chat moderation in the night time for for Europe as such. And so we're looking at what we can try and do with that, because they're having some issues. At the moment, the guy that runs it has got a Google Meet that's part of his account, so he needs one of his team to be on it technically. So we're discussing what to do with that. But if you are interested in contributing to either Joomla 4 bug fixing, documentation, translations, anything to do with the project, you can find out more from that on a link that I'll dig out later this evening and post to the forum as well.
All good. Well, I think unless anyone else has got anything more to say, we might wrap it up.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thanks all the attendees. It's been good. We'll see you next month.
See you later.
Will
Thanks,
do.
everyone.
Bye.
Good
Thanks.
questions.
Bring a friend.
Bye. Not going anywhere.
Everybody goes. Somebody tell me if my sound quality is good. Hello? Anybody there? How quality is my sound?
It's great.
It sounds quite good.
Excellent. Thank you. Good.
Well, I don't know what you sound like in person, but damn, it's good now.
That's just what I wanted to hear. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to try and do some acting online
How
live.
many beers did you have last night? That's the question.
None. Thank you, folks.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. See you, Simon.
Okay.
Look, I'm really excited about this format. This is so great to have finally a good mass of people together. So exciting.
We had 28 at one stage.
Yeah, and it's going to get better. This was actually not a bad run, and there was some great discussion, and
Yeah.
it wasn't a mess. I think it was a very successful event.
And the chat going down the side was quite extensive. I don't know whether you're keeping your eye on that. But lots of chatter going on and lots of suggestions.
Yeah, and that's right. That's another benefit is that while someone's talking, you can actually quietly chat on the side without interrupting the presentation. What you couldn't do that in a live setting. So that's actually a plus.
All that's left now is for a virtual drink at the archive, Brisbane guys.